know you didn't mean to do that. Not to worry. All is forgiven, forgotten, and forbidden. Did I imagine all this? Just like the tortoises? Think you could hide from me? Again? Oh, my! Is it vivisection time already? Attacking! With a capital G! If a protracted battle is what you desire, so be it. I attack you. Oh, yes, attack you. So, you think you're a match for science? You two couldn't possibly have a relationship. You have nothing in common. You've made science mad! Mwahaha! Very mad indeed. Stored energy combined with light, heat, sound, and pressure. You dare use physics against me? By Jove's lugnuts, I need to get this monitor fixed. Not very sporting. So that's what being killed feels like. Burble, spark, burble, and so I die. Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor. If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely. I'm having the most peculiar feeling of déjà vu right now. That's French for, déjà vu, I believe. Have we met before? Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale. I come in peace, visitor. Take me to... that's your line, isn't it? Yellow, hello. Hello. Yes, that's it. So nice seeing you again, for perhaps the first time. Oh well, now I have this adrenaline rush that's going to make me loopy all day. Found you! Eureka! Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the raisins better than I do. I do so love integers. I'm imagining all sorts of imaginary numbers right now. I'm running out of floor space for my calculations. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, loo-le-loo-le-loo, fa-la-la-la-la. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, loo-le-loo-le-loo, fa-la-la-la-la. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, loo-le-loo-le-loo, fa-la-la-la-la. La-la-la, dee-dee-dee. Electrons attached to the neutrons attached to the mesons connected to the proton. They said I was mad! Preposterous! Not an angry bone in my body! Had them all removed! Attention visitors! Combat experiment in progress. Please put on your goggles and take your Rad-X now. What? Are you a salesman? Go away! There's no access to the dome. It is forbidden and locked. 4 as in forbidden. 3 as in tree. 2 as in a 2 Brutus. One as in none. Oh, look, the emergency overload is initiating. Is this thing on? This is Mobius, Dr. Mobius. We're initiating some kind of emergency test shutdown. In 5... The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good. Better? Oh, I tried that already. Might have contributed to the problem, now that I rethink it. But thank you for asking before trying it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan B's in case the A's fail. Try to leave your dome, think tank, and you will be punished by the pincered might of my Robo-Scorpion army. Think tank, I wouldn't even use binary to describe my exponential hatred for you. My aggression is increasing geometrically. Do you hear me, think tank? Soon, all science will be mine. Oh, Klein, did I mention that my zone is forbidden to you? So forbidden. 2 plus 2 equals... Forbidden, idiots of the think tank! Big Mountain, I, Dr. Mobius, will soon control you and all of science! Mighty think tank, still cowering in your dome? Cower, you fools, cower. Time to reward myself with a little breath-freshening mentat. I hope I didn't leave my giant Robo-Scorpion on. That thing eats power like no tomorrow. I'll just set this on repeat while I go relieve my tank. No one will know. Rant. See how I abstract my rage, think tank? I hold you in such disdain, I generalize my hatred for you. Go, my mighty Robo-Scorpions, crawl in search of intelligence. Then sting said intelligence. Yes, sting it. My Robo-Scorpions will soon conquer the crater. It's just that this is a big place, so it's hard to conquer everything. Klein, remember the time you forgot to carry the 2 and nearly blew up the Y0 Research Center? Oh, wait, you did! Or was that me? Klein, as useless as the bottle of the same name. Well, except as an example of an object that uselessly tries to fulfill its purpose. Intruder, you will not escape the eyes of my Robo-Scorpions or their pincers. If you think braving the cyber dogs of X8 makes you brave, Intruder, it is no use. All cyber dogs are under my command, and they will bite you. You think that oral stealth suit will keep you hidden from me? Think again. Intruder, return what you have stolen from X2. Oh, it looks like the target drones got activated and... Oh, how cute. They're engaging the X-42 giant Robo-Scorpion. see the shrapnel fly. Oh, did I leave that on? I thought I'd powered it down. Was wondering what was causing the power outages. Oh, well, that's good. Were we supposed to fight? I certainly don't feel violent, but, well, these contraptions make it hard to tell. Oh, intriguing. I've never been killed before. Although, after that time I got that phlegmy discharge in my biogel, I wished I had been. How should we begin? Engineering viruses, cancerratic beams, atomics, electrocutioning? Or should I summon my minions? Yes, my minions. Well, if there's going to be killing, I defer to your expertise in this matter. I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do, even if I forget them occasionally, although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well, do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes. Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. I find things curious as well. Go on. Yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you? Oh, now you've done it. I feel a twinge of regret over that little mistake I left on. The first one, the ruthless one who smashed up our toy trains, asked for weapons, power, items he could use to destroy a nation with force. The other asked a different question, and with it got the true answer about what makes nations and what breaks them. He spoke to the think tank to climb, showed them the flag of the old world, and it made them remember all of it, all that had happened. They shared things with him that they shouldn't. He now carries those ideas, that knowledge elsewhere. Not much, except they contaminated Big Mountain and installed new ideas in the think tank. One caused a great deal of infrastructure damage with his brain and smartiness. Ruthless, that one, played a little rough with the trains. But the last one was the most dangerous. Him, slipping away. That was almost as bad as the think tank escaping. The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either. The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, Like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming. If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast! I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere. I believe I did, and with good reason. Who am I to be trusted with such things? That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception. And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness. Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried. Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide. Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery, love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see." Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear. It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell. Well, if you're determined to go down that road, so be it. They will undoubtedly switch off the pacification field when you return. If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. Oh, is someone playing with the power? My X-42 giant robo-scorpion lives again! Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere. Another? Why, of course. Happy to contribute to science through chemistry. Come back within the sequential span of 25 hours minus 1. I'll have more. Or is it 2 or 3 more spans? Time, you elusive creature. That's all. That's all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course. Your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere. The X-42 giant robo-scorpion is alive! Awaken, my pet! Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius! Whoa, have they not constructed themselves yet? That's a bit premature of me. The robo-scorpions, of course. They can assemble themselves from floor panels and parts scattered about. Quite inventive. Never really know when they might suddenly appear. Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats. Oh, intriguing. I've never been killed before. Although, after that time I got that phlegmy discharge in my biogel, I wished I had been. How should we begin? Engineering viruses, canceratic beams, atomics, electrocutioning? Or should I summon my minions? Yes, my minions. Well, if there's going to be killing, I defer to your expertise in this matter. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I. Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat? How gracious of you. A mannerly killing. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end. Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition. Minions, destroy this intruder! Or perhaps make it more dramatic. Minions, to me! Oh, yes, that's quite a bit better. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts. I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. 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 Yes, I certainly wouldn't loop it on purpose. Purpose. I am far too sophisticated to make such a childish error. Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. I would spell it out for you, but when I start spelling, I lose track of the letters. Little symbols run around everywhere. Annoying. Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly. There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts. Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do. A snake that sucks its own dingle thingy, I believe. Boros was always too obsessed with animals and their dingle thingies. Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. I would spell it out for you, but when I start spelling, I lose track of the letters. Little symbols run around everywhere. Annoying. Is it? I suppose it is. But really, they started the whole excrement hole behavior loop in the first place. Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then... Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host. Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. I don't know if they're stupid. I was trying for accuracy. Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. I would spell it out for you, but when I start spelling, I lose track of the letters. Little symbols run around everywhere. Annoying. I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. Oh, I don't think they understood either. Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so. Really? Oh, you're not thinking about doing it. You are going to do it. Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans. Trying to steal the X2 transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter. So, you recovered the sonic emitter schematics. Or was it the frequency? No matter. It'll broadcast your screams as my robo-scorpions destroy you. X-13 breached? No, even that stealth suit won't hide you from my robo-scorpion army. Sting the intruder, my pets. Sting them until they are stupid. This next attack is just what the doctor ordered. You want power? I'll give you power! 111! A challenge! You dare to cross Dr. Mobius! I will reduce you to atoms! I mean a more chaotic, painful array of atoms. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation, my threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly. Well, I've experimented with a frontal assault long enough. Time to debug my tactical routines. Is that pain I feel? That burns my biogel. If I lose another monitor...
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations. As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the most powerful minds of the 23rd century. The courier who had been brought to the Big Empty became its new overlord, using its facilities ruthlessly and decisively when needed. Sometimes science is more than a quest for discovery. It is a weapon to be used in the service of one with the strength to understand it. The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning. The Big Empty lived up to its name, a hollow crater of failures of a past era, a last sad statement of the Old World. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time. But these equations were nothing more than thin white traceries of lines, not unlike cobwebs in the corners of a failing mind. As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it, and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others, which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind. There is an expression in the wasteland, Old World blues.
All right, everyone, calm down. Might have been a blip. Are you sure you scanned something? An intruder is here. I'm certain of it. Eureka! The eye of Mobius sees you! Time for violence! Ah, there's our victim. You won't escape me! Robo-Scorpion, attack! Go, my minion, sting them in the name of all that is Mobius! I see you. Now I end you. You're no match for science. You can't avoid the deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius. This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you. Crush them with your pincers. X-42, attack in the name of Mobius. Oh, crap. No one told me the target had bomb things. Explosives? Are you serious? Better get a nuke if you want to hurt my pet. Radar scanning. Ping, ping, ping. What do you mean you lost him? Look harder. It was just here. Scan for it. Oh, forget this. Not going to waste any more energy cells on this. Let's scuttle off. Find something else to sting. Wait for it to come to you, my pet. No! My Robo-Scorpion! Ooh, you'll pay for this! You have got to be kidding me. There is no way this is happening. My calculations were perfect. There was no other outcome except success. Ow! Stop that! You'll damage the hull. Oh, hit my Robo-Scorpion, will you? Destroy this one, I'll make more. Ha ha! Pitiful. Looking for a weak spot? There are no weak spots. You'll never disable me from the monitors around the room. Let's make this sporting. Defiant to the end. Still scanning. Need to calibrate these robo-sensors. Should invest in walking eyes. Go back to patrol, you piece of junk. Oh, logging on. Good. Where the hell did it come from? These intruders are getting frustrating. Attack routines loading. Did you really think you could escape, Dr. Mobius? Cancel the search routine already. Divert power from receptors to mobilizers. Back to your patrol routine, Robo-Scorpion. I sense an intruder. Mobius to Robo-Scorpion. Scan for unconfirmed target. If someone's out there, I, Dr. Mobius, wish to say hello to you. Let's be friends, you and I. Radar scan successful. Target acquired. Corpsify the intruder. Tail locking on. Prepare to be attacked by Dr. Mobius. Laser sting. Feel the full power of my Robo-Scorpion's arsenal. Sting them, my pets. Sting them, stupid. Activating special attack routine. Focus the atomic laser stinger. Full power. Laser stinger. Fire. Sting the pest. Attack! In the name of Dr. Mobius! Destroy the intruder, my minion! You're no match for the power of Mobius! Feel the wrath of the science of X-42!
On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology, for the benefit of all mankind. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists.
And won, as in Mobius has won. I hope it's glowing up right now in your faces. As in forbidden. Do you hear me, think tank? It is I, Mobius, hacking your freaquinosity.